Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope that all of you are having a fantastic weekend so far. I hope that you're all healthy and strong. Welcome Fuang, Yani, Romelia. Nice to see many members in the class. Hi Riyadh, good to have you in the class. I hope your studies are going well. Students, in this class, we are looking at IELTS Speaking Part 3. The questions will target health tourism and places for health. This, of course, is no surprise if you watched the last class 30 minutes ago. It ended about a place for health cue card topic. It was Part 2, talk about a place to improve health near your home. And of course, Part 3 is related to the topic of Part 2. Part 2, the answer that we discussed was the yoga studio near our home, and the websites that we use to communicate with our viewers, with our members, and for all of our materials, our exams, and the other works are aehelp.com for academic IELTS, and gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. The academic website looks like this at aehelp.com with the big red button here. Click that big red button to join our premium IELTS package. It's a one-time payment. You get access to all of our materials, and you can follow these classes more effectively to really improve your learning and maximize your speed and your band scores for your IELTS or upcoming IELTS exam. Students, for the general version of the site, it's the green background, gieltshelp.com. Click that big red button. We are an IDP affiliate. We're a British Council partner. We're an IELTS test registration center. We're certified British Council agents. You're in great hands with us, students. You're in the right place to improve your English. We will use these websites in a few moments to practice speaking. You can use the discount code LIVE9 for a 10% discount on the websites. You can get the apps from your app store, Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help. And you can also follow us on Instagram, IELTS_AEHelp, GIELTS Help, where we've got vocabulary schedules. And if you have questions, email me, adrian@aehelp.com or admin@aehelp.com. You can get our books from Amazon as well. Search for our practice exams, AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. We've got lots of classes for you each and every week to help you prepare. And tomorrow we have a Discord class. This is on IELTS Prep. Here's the link. It's a free class. It's a full speaking section interview on some different topics. So I just put that in the chat. Check it out. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, no class. But then I'm back on Thursday, the 17th, with Speaking Part 1. Okay, so lots of classes next week as well. I will post this schedule on our YouTube community board. Subscribe to this channel so that you get notifications for our live classes. Hit the bell button to get notifications, okay? We just released a new video a couple of hours ago. Check that out. It's an HD video. Here you are. Okay. Unboxing Masala. My mood is great. My throat is suffering a little bit from this flu still, but my mood is fantastic. Thanks for asking. So I've got a nice cup of hot tea here beside me to help me through. All right, everybody. IELTS Speaking Part 3. Some specific questions. So the way it works, students, is when you're finished speaking Part 2, the examiner will say That is the end of part 2. We will now continue with part 3. For this part, I will ask you a couple of questions related to your response and some questions connected to the topic of part 2. So the examiner will actually ask you a very specific question related to what you were talking about. So in part 2, we were talking about a yoga studio. It was Oliveira Power Yoga Studio. That was our part 2. So the examiner will likely ask you a question related to that yoga studio. So they will ask you something like, how much does it cost for membership at this yoga studio? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this. So be ready for a unique question. Okay, so how much does it cost for membership at this yoga studio? What could be an answer for that? Okay, we're getting right into it, students. We're practicing our speaking. This is a speaking class. Make sure to speak and repeat. I welcome everybody to copy what I say, copy how I say it. Okay. Riyadh, there's no Light Hall class tomorrow. Tomorrow it's a Discord class, not a Light Hall class. We will have a Light Hall class next week. Okay. All right. Yes, Rameli, I will keep an eye out for you. I know you're on a path of redemption, so I'll be looking for you. Anahita. I don't think you're answering the question there. Okay, so the first question, don't let it surprise you. It will be a unique question depending on your answer. They usually ask you 1 or 2 questions that are specific to your answer. Okay, so Marco Margarita. There we go. It's the first good answer that I'm seeing. Marco says there's a basic fee of about $50 a month. In addition, there is the chance to get a premium membership for $80 a month. Very nice. Okay. So Marco, this is what I would do to improve this answer, right? There's instead of a basic fee, I would say base fee is more accurate. Okay. So there's a base fee of about $50 a month. And there is, I would connect these two, Marco, and there's a chance to get a premium membership for $80 a month, which includes 3 extra classes each week with an instructor. Okay, so Marco, that's how I would improve that. Giving a bit more detail, using an adjective clause, making a connection, making it smoother. So repeat after me. How much does it cost for membership at this yoga studio? There's a base fee of about $50 a month, and there's a chance to get a premium membership for $80 a month, which includes 3 extra classes each week with an instructor. Now, just a little tip here. The $sign comes before the number, like so. Okay? All right, that's the accurate way. All right, Tan Long says, the fee is various, depends on your commitment on doing yoga. There are gold members for regular visitors costing $50 a month. Tan, that's really confusing. What's a gold member? What's a regular member? Why am I going to this gym? Let's fix this, okay? So this would be a band 5 answer. Let's make this into a band 9. The fee varies depending on the type of membership. Regular visitors pay $50 per month, and gold members pay $100 a month per month and have access to the special equipment on the second floor. Okay, so that would be your band 8 to 9 level answer. Take out the your. Do not use your in your answers, students. Okay? Do not use you, we, and us in your answers. Okay? Don't include the examiner. You don't know who they are. It sounds awkward. Okay? It's important. All right? Good. Now I see a few different answers that are looking really good. Chen says it costs $25 per month for the membership at Oliviera Power Yoga Studio. It's worth to be a member because people can access every facility within the studio. I have this membership for over 3 years now. Okay, Chen, avoid the you. All right, students, so here we go. Let's talk about health tourism. Okay, so now the examiner will introduce the topic of part 3. When you think about the topic of part 3, health tourism, what comes to mind? Okay, so this is an important step. Immediately think about what is health tourism. Okay, what is health tourism? What does that mean? Okay. So, for me, if I think about it, it means traveling to another city or country for health reasons. Okay? All right. Yeah, so Romelia says traveling with the purpose of taking care of health. Anahita says to improve biological, psychological, emotional health in another location, right, Anahita? Don't forget about that. So it's not just improving health, it's health tourism. Don't forget the tourism part. Okay? Raquia says going to another country for health issues and solutions. Okay? Yes, Anahita. So going abroad for health. Yes, Chanello. Going to other countries for health purposes. Okay, so what kinds of health reasons? So these would be the immediate thoughts that I would have going through my head as soon as the examiner asks me or tells me, let's talk about health tourism. Immediately I'm like, okay, well, what is health tourism? Health tourism is traveling to another city or country for health reasons. Okay, what kinds of health reasons? Okay, Creative Edge says serious problems. Like dental work, cancer, cardiovascular, yeah. Okay, sure. Now, I don't want to get stuck on just that. What else? So, what else? So, what other kinds of health tourism exist other than traveling for serious problems, okay? What else? Okay, plastic surgery, sure. That's more for, well, maybe mental health, but it's more for aesthetics. So plastic surgery is an interesting one, sure. Okay, so mental health, sure. Unique sports opportunities, hiking, relaxing, resorts, therapy, anti-aging. Anybody thought about that one? The anti-aging one? Okay. It's probably one of the biggest forms of health tourism. What does it mean, anti-aging? What is the meaning of that? So the nice part of these live IELTS classes and this speaking session is I'm always trying to give you ideas, not just the English part, not just the vocabulary, but also creative ways of thinking about situations. So when I think about health tourism, yes, I think about those serious kinds of illnesses that people travel to for other countries. But I also think about not just those, but other reasons. So, what do I mean by anti-aging? MTV says to avoid becoming old. Okay, to live longer, to revitalize, rejuvenate. Okay. Regain youth. All right. Good. So why? Why do people go to other countries? Why don't they stay in their own country? So think about that as well. So here, what I'm showing you is when you get introduced the topic of part 3, like let's talk about health tourism, you want to immediately think about, okay, what is that, right? So that's what we're doing right now. First, we're thinking about what is that, right? So what is health tourism? We thought about the what first, okay? Now we're thinking about why is that, right? So the next is why. And these are the big 3 that you want to think about when you approach part 3. And you want to practice this at home before your IELTS exam, okay? So why is that? Why do they want to do that? Okay, Karina says better technology. Sure. Yep, better technology. Exactly. Why else? Let's see. Anybody coming up with different... so to relax, okay. So to distance, to be far away from stress, sure. I saw something like that. Better facilities, it's kind of like better technology. Okay. Cheaper. Yeah. Money sometimes, right? Better experts. Yeah. More experts. Sure. Available environment, right? For example, my heritage is Hungarian, and many people, excuse me, it's that cold. So many people travel to Hungary for the health spas, okay? So for spring water. So Okay. So there's a lot of people that travel to Hungary for the natural hot springs or the healing Turkish baths that are found there in the Carpathian Basin. Okay. So that's not available, of course, everywhere. So better technology, better professionals, cheaper, and the environment, the possible environment that's there. Okay. It could be for privacy reasons as well, Ramelia. Exactly, privacy. Yeah, if they're public figures, they don't want people to know. It could be privacy reasons as well. Okay, good. And so you visualize these, right? For example, the best cancer clinics are thought to be in the US, called the Mayo Clinic. Right? They're very expensive, but they have maybe the best treatment and technology in the world, right? So think about examples, okay? All right? Because they will be useful, all right? Now remember all of the information from your part 2 as well. So yoga studios, sports centers, massage therapy clinics, hospitals, all those ideas that you came up with in part 2 as well. Arguably, some of the most famous yoga masters, experts are found in Asia. So if I were, super into yoga and that was like my thing, maybe I would travel to India to meet with some master yogis to learn the best, to learn from the best in the world. Okay, so think about that. All right. My apologies, students, for clearing my throat like that. It's just, if I don't do it, you won't be able to hear me. All right, next week I should be much, much better. All right, so, and I won't travel for health tourism anywhere, but just getting better here at home, getting over this flu. But anyway, so keep these examples in mind, okay? So when you get introduced, the topic of part 2, let's talk about health tourism. Think about what, why, how, and think about examples. Okay? Absolutely, Raji. It could be recreational, right? So health tourism does include recreation. Going for a hike in the Rocky Mountains or mountain climbing in the Himalayas. Okay? Yeah, Chen, I'm definitely on the mend. It's just a mean old flu on the throat. Germany is famous for surgeons as well. Absolutely. Mahi, I have some ginger in my tea right now, so thank you for that. Okay, so students, great. Okay, so now that you have a lot of ideas, you should be able to answer these questions. Okay, let's review these and then we will talk with students and you can use these ideas to give me some nice full sentence answers. Okay, so introducing speaking part 3, let's talk about health tourism. What is it? Well, it means traveling to another city or country for health reasons. What kinds of reasons? Serious problems like dental work, cancer, cardiovascular problems, surgery, plastic surgery, mental health issues, maybe addiction issues comes to mind as well. Unique sports opportunities, hiking, relaxing, spa resorts, therapies, anti-aging. Anti-aging means to live longer, to revitalize, rejuvenate. Why? Why do people go to other countries for health tourism? Why don't they stay in their own country? There's better technology. They distance themselves from stress. They have better facilities. They find cheaper treatments. There are world famous experts, and potentially there are surroundings or environment not available, as well as for privacy reasons. Okay, what kind of examples? Well, traveling to India to meet some master yogis to learn yoga from the best in the world, going to the Mayo Clinic for cancer treatment, going to Hungary for Turkish baths, Germany for surgery or prosthetics. Germany is very famous for that. Okay, so all those examples. And when you practice thinking at home quickly in these ways, then your brain will come up with lots of ideas. Remember, think outside the box, okay? So you have to have creative thinking. You have to be able to think outside the box, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's talk to each other, okay? I'm going to reach out to students and ask for volunteers to practice speaking part 3, okay? So we're going to do this in the following way. First of all, go to aehelp.com, okay? I will copy this into the chat. There we go. And when you go to aehelp.com, you will see a website like this, okay? You can try this for free by clicking the green button. It's just above my head there. You need to have an account, of course. Or you can get the premium version with the red button, okay? It's a one-time payment, doesn't cost a lot. You get lots and lots of materials. Then you go to your My Student account. It will log you in automatically the first time. And then you click this student partner speaking. Okay, we're going to use that function. Check your internet, check your microphone, make sure it's all working. Okay, you have to accept the terms. It's a fair usage policy, which means that you are polite, respectful to each other. You use this service with privacy and in good faith. So you accept, and then you get to a new page. In this new page, you will see lots of people who are here and ready to learn. Okay. And then you click on the blue envelope beside my handle. My handle will be master. Okay. You will see me as master. It will all be capitals like that. Easy to see. You'll see a blue envelope beside my name as well. Click on that and then just type, I want to try, can I practice, I want to volunteer. And then I will see a little number like this pop up and I know you're ready, okay? So I'll put on my ears. In the computer-based exam, you'll be very much like this, except you'll also have your camera going, so I'll be able to see you as well as you'll be able to see me. Here is Ridham. Ridham says, can I volunteer? Yes. Are you ready, Ridham? Okay, I will always check first in the chat if you're ready. Make sure that you haven't left for washroom break or for tea. Black Star, confidence. The way you get confidence is just practice. Just throw yourself in there. Try, okay? Ridham, if you're there and if you see my message, send me back a sign. Say yes or okay, good. There we go. Hi, Ridham. Hi, Ridham.
Hello, hello, sir. How are you?
Good. Good. Can you mute YouTube?
Can you mute YouTube
so we don't get the second audio?
Okay.
Just click the little
Now is it
speaker.
fine?
Click the little speaker.
Yeah. Now is it fine?
Yeah, now it's perfect. No,
Yeah,
I
okay.
still hear myself.
I still hear myself. I already stopped that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm
Yeah.
hearing
I think I'm
myself
hearing myself
through your
through
microphone.
your microphone.
You're not using a headset,
You're
right?
not using a headset, right?
Yeah, I'm using headset.
Are you? Okay.
Are you okay?
I can
Yeah.
hear myself.
I can hear
Yeah, there's a
myself.
killer. It's like there's a lot of
Killer.
echo.
It's like there's a lot of echo.
Um.
Um.
All right, Ritam. Well, we'll
All
try.
right,
We'll try a
Ridhan,
couple
we'll try. We'll
questions
try a
this
couple
way, okay?
questions this
Yeah,
way, okay?
sure.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So let's talk about
So
health
let's
tourism.
talk about health tourism.
Okay.
Why do people go
Why do people
to other
go
countries
to other countries
for health tourism?
for health tourism?
Hello.
Okay, one more time. I'll
Okay,
ask
one
you the
more
question.
time.
Here
I'll
we
ask
go.
you the question. Here we go.
Many people travel to
Many
other
people
countries
travel
to
to other
improve their
countries
health.
to
What are the
improve their
reasons
health.
for this?
What are the reasons for this?
Like I find many differences to go overseas. Like firstly, I probably say that uh, due to their major illnesses, so they can have a proper illness, they can have a proper treatment, and over with this, they can find the best solution out of it.
Is it good or bad
Is
for a
it good
country
or
to
bad for
offer
a
health
country to
services to
offer health
foreign
services to
citizens?
foreign citizens?
Yes, it's I find it very useful just because there are lots of tourism nowadays over the world. So I think it might be beneficial for the one.
Okay, I'm going to stop there,
Okay, I'm going to stop there
especially
Okay.
because this echo is a little
because
bit
this echo
tricky.
is a little bit tricky.
For your first
For
answer,
your first answer,
include an example
include an example
and
Okay.
avoid using
and
I.
avoid using I.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
So
there are many
there are
different
many
reasons to
different
travel
reasons to
overseas
travel
for health
overseas
tourism.
for health tourism.
Can you
Mhm.
repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
There are many places.
There are many different
There are many
reasons to
different
travel
reasons to
overseas for
travel
health
overseas
tourism.
for health tourism.
There are many different places to travel overseas.
Okay, I like the
Okay?
overseas.
I like the overseas.
It's good
The
vocabulary.
vocabulary.
Now try the fluency
Now
part.
try
Here
the
we go.
fluency
There
part.
are
Here
many
we go.
different
There are
reasons to
many different
travel
reasons to
overseas for
travel
health
overseas
tourism.
for health tourism.
There are many different places. So I'm getting stuck.
That's okay.
That's okay.
The
The
echo is a bit
echo
difficult,
is a
so I'm
bit
going to
difficult.
switch to
Yeah.
another
I'm going to
student.
Switch to another
But
student.
just remember
Okay,
the
sure,
tip
sure.
here.
Remember the tip
Avoid
here.
the
Okay.
I
Avoid the I
and
Okay.
give examples.
and give
Okay.
examples. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, that would
Okay.
be about a
Otherwise, that
band
would be about a band
6 to 6.5.
6 to 6.5.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
All right, keep it up and
All
check
right,
what's
keep
going
it up
on
and
while
check
you're
what's
getting that
going
echo,
on while you're
Ridham,
getting
okay?
that echo,
Yeah.
Ridham.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you
bye.
so much.
All right, we gave it a shot there with the echo. Yeah, students, again, make sure you check your system. Zoraida, are you ready? All right. Yeah, headset, definitely a good idea. If you have one of those headsets where your microphone is very close to your headpiece and you've got a lot of sound coming out of your headpiece, that could be the issue as well. Butcher Moses says, thank God. All right. It happens. Not everybody has the perfect setup, so we don't need perfection, but you do want it to be a little bit better than that. All right, Zoraida, here we go. Hello, Zoraida. I hear that you picked up. I don't hear your voice yet, though. Are you set up well? Did you enable your microphone, your speaker? And thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Yeah, just switch up your setup, right? If your headset's causing the feedback for some reason, then take out the headset, try a different headset, try a different microphone. All right, Zoraida, I can't hear you, so I'm going to switch to somebody else here. Chinello, are you ready? Yeah, and a good idea is to try first with somebody else. So reach out to another person who is in the chat and send them a message. Say, hey, can we try our microphones and our speakers just to make sure that the system is working well for us? And then once you're sure that it works well, then you can send me a message and we can avoid technical difficulties. Okay, Chinello, here we go. Hello, Chinello. Are you there? Can you hear me? I think I can hear you, but it sounds like you're 1,000 miles away from me. It's very, very quiet. Check your microphone settings.
Okay, am I audible now?
You're still quite quiet.
Okay.
Try to turn up the volume on your microphone or move closer to your microphone.
How about now?
Yeah, now it's good. I can hear you. Yeah, sure. Okay, Chinello, where are you calling from?
From the Philippines.
You're from the Philippines. Try to speak as loud as you can, okay? And it's actually good practice for the IELTS because in the IELTS, you should be speaking as loud as possible. So if you're in a place where you can speak hopefully loudly, try to just speak loudly to me, okay? Loudly, all right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. So in the Philippines, and why are you taking the IELTS exam?
I'm taking the IELTS exam because I need it for my master's program.
For your master's program, what are you planning to study in your master's?
I'm planning to study environmental science.
Environmental science, okay. It's kind of in the domain of health tourism in some ways. Okay, because the environment is very important for health and health tourism. So, all right. Okay, see, now that laugh I heard clearly, so be loud. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about health tourism. Many people travel to other countries to improve their health. What are the reasons for this?
The main cause people go to other nations to enhance their health is basically for serious health problems like cancer and health or issues like surgeries. So, and this is because in their own country they lack good health care facilities and a good environment due to bad government. Just like in my country, Nigeria, where the healthcare system is least prioritized.
Is it good or bad for a country to offer health services to foreign citizens?
I think it is best for countries to accommodate other nations seeking for health services into the country because this act will really help to save lives and to improve their well-being.
Can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, it will accommodating them into your country. It will also help them to socialize and thereby making new friends in order to help their mental health as well. Because in most of these countries are kind of underdeveloped, so they lack lots of good facilities like good environments for them to live in.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. You're on the right track. Okay, so originally you're from Nigeria.
Yes.
All right, great. So let me go back. I think you have good English skills. I think you just need to work on the way you present your answers, okay? I can tell that your vocabulary is quite good. So I think your vocabulary is probably up in the band 7.5 range because you paraphrased the question very well. So my question was, many people travel to other countries to improve their health. What are the reasons for this? And then you said the main cause people go to other nations. That was nice paraphrasing. And then you said to enhance their health is basically for serious health problems. Okay, good. And then you use that word accommodate very nicely as well, which shows me that you have good vocabulary. Okay, so that was nice. And the more I was talking to you, the more fluent and more confident you got. So that was really good. You want to keep that going. Okay. Now, when you're answering, really practice the answer, explanation, example strategy. Okay. So I asked you this question: is it good or bad for a country to offer health services to foreign citizens? And you said, I think it's best. We wouldn't say best here. We'd probably say I think it's great or excellent. I think it's great for countries to accommodate other nations because it gives an opportunity for all people to get better. Okay, and then I asked you, can you elaborate? And that's a very common question in the IELTS exam in part 3, the can you elaborate or can you give me some examples, okay? So this is for everybody. Be ready for this. The examiner may ask you at least once, but maybe even more, can you elaborate? Can you give me some examples? When they tell you this, so when they ask you, can you elaborate? You want to think about some really specific example and hopefully an example where you can connect the information. Okay? Right?
Okay.
So you said to me that, like in your country, Nigeria, the healthcare system isn't the best, so people will travel to another country to get better care, right? Okay.
Yes.
So here in this question, you said, yeah, it's great for people to be able to travel to other countries so that they can be accommodated for their health problems. Okay, can you give me an example of a person in Nigeria who might travel to another country for some kind of treatment?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Like I have a friend who have brain issues. So there in my country, the healthcare system couldn't um they couldn't really cure. So he had to seek for visa for medical visa in the USA. Currently, he's in the USA receiving treatment for his brain surgery.
Okay, so see what happened there? Now you gave me a very nice specific example. It's a sad example, it's a difficult one, but it's a good example. And you used a lot of good vocabulary, like you said, a health visa, right? Which is a type of visa
Yeah.
people can get to travel. So I made a little bit of a correction to your
Okay.
sentence. I'm just going to repeat this and then copy after me. Like a friend of mine has issues with his brain and the healthcare system in Nigeria is not able to help. So he got a health visa to travel to the US for brain surgery. Okay, try to
Like
repeat that.
like a friend of mine has issues with his brain, and the health system in Nigeria wasn't able to help, so he got a health visa to travel to the US for brain surgery.
Okay, that's the type of sentence you need to put in there. When the examiner says, can you elaborate? And you create that sentence, then you will be moving your band score up because you're using more vocabulary, you're improving coherence and fluency. So think about that, okay? That's where those specific examples become very, very useful that I was showing earlier on with the Mayo Clinic in the US or the Turkish baths in
Yeah,
Hungary and so on, right? So that's where it becomes very, very useful. It's not health system, it's healthcare system. Just repeat after me, healthcare system,
healthcare system.
okay? All right, good. So keep up the studies, and then I'm sure you will do very well, Chinello, for your master's purposes. Where are you planning to do your master's, by the way?
In Canada.
In Canada. Awesome. That's where I am. It's a good place
Yeah,
for environmental studies.
yeah, I applied to Nova Scotia College, so I'm hoping to get my admission.
Nova Scotia is a beautiful province. It's about 6,000 kilometers from my city.
Yeah,
So it's far away, but Canada's a
yeah.
big country. Okay, Chinello, have a lovely rest of your weekend, and hopefully I'll see you in the Discord class tomorrow. Bye for now.
All right, bye. Thank you.
All right, that was Chinello. Okay, good. All right, let's find somebody else here. Let's jump to the bottom of the list here. See what's going on. Creative, you want to give this another shot? Let's see if... Okay, let's give it a shot. I know Creative had some difficulties. Let's try. Are you ready? I know Creative had some issues with his setup, but hopefully that break between the two classes gave you a chance to find a good internet connection, sneak into an internet cafe or some kind of a solution. All right, Creative. Fingers crossed. Give it a few more rings. One more ring. No dice. All right. Let's try Thu here from the bottom. Thu, are you ready? Computer, headset, good internet connection. VPN if you need it. Or don't VPN if you don't. Okay. All right. Thu. What an interesting name. Thu. All right. Hi, Thu.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome.
I'm fine, thank you.
Thu, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Thu?
No, I'm sorry because I am hungry, so I guess my word only.
Okay, we'll stick with Thu. I didn't hear your real name there. Thu, where are you calling from?
I am from Bắc Ninh, Vietnam.
From Vietnam. And why are you taking the IELTS exam?
And I want to win a black at a university.
Okay, for university reasons. All right. Thu, I'm going to ask you one or two questions. Give me some nice full sentence answers. Are you ready?
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Let's do it. If many people leave the country for healthcare abroad, how does this affect the local health industry?
Mm, Yes, it can affect the health, local health industry. Industry. This is because if people leave leave their countries, their countries can their country can uh like person and people because and they and can be they can be critical because uh, it is
Okay, that is the end of part 3. So at some point, the examiner will interrupt you when you get stuck for ideas through. So, okay, here we go. So good and the bad. The good, you're using the question to help you to be fluent and to help you think. So you said, yes, it's going to affect the local health industry because we said affect their local health industry. And then you said this is because if people leave their country. And you're getting stuck, okay? So your English is developing. You're at about a band 4, 3.5, 4 for the IELTS exam, okay? So you need to practice every day, just lots and lots of practice speaking to improve to that, because you need to reach a band 6.5 for university. So you need to speak lots, read lots, read aloud, and speak lots, okay? But your thinking is correct. Okay. Now, here's the trick. When you're answering the question, use the question like what you're doing, and then give a simple answer in your thoughts, okay? So if people leave the country for healthcare abroad, their local health industry decreases. So keep these words in mind, like decrease, increase, gets better, gets worse. So simple English words can sometimes answer these questions well, okay? Like this. If people, and always work on that paraphrasing, okay? Travel abroad for healthcare, the local country's health industry will become worse because they will lose money. Okay, so kind of using simple English here, right? So, and then you can use, or you can even imagine like a made up kind of simple example. Like many people leave Vietnam to get surgeries, so there are very few surgeons in the country.
Yes.
Okay, so even simple English or simpler English can get you a band 6.5 or even a 7 as long as you use it well. So don't focus on, learning lots of vocabulary. Learn some vocabulary and do some reading, but just focus a lot on using the vocabulary that you have, okay? I'm going to say this sentence again and then just copy me after I'm finished, okay? So if people travel abroad for healthcare, the local country's health industry will become worse because they lose money. Many people leave Vietnam to get surgery, so there are few surgeons in the country.
I'm sorry. You pardon me.
Okay, try it one more time. I'm going to say it one more time. Now, this isn't just for Thu, so everybody who's listening, try this repetition. I'm not using a lot of fancy vocabulary. I'm using the question, and I'm just giving a simple logical answer here. So if people travel abroad for healthcare, the local country's health industry will become worse because they will lose money. Many people leave Vietnam to get surgeries, so there are few surgeons in the country.
If people leave countries, the country will lose money because, for example, if people leave Vietnam for surgery,
So there are few surgeons in Vietnam. Okay, which might not be
so
true.
so it's they few certain surgeries in Vietnam.
Okay.
I'm
So the idea, just
better.
keep copying the idea through, okay? And what you want to do is lots of repetition work. These classes are recorded. This video will be on YouTube later. So for everybody who's in this class, especially if you're volunteering, watch this part of the video again, listen to it again, and do lots of repetition work, okay, Thu?
Yes, of course.
All right. Thu, thank you so much for volunteering. You're very, very brave. I know it takes a lot of courage when you are at the lower intermediate level to be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this. So good for you, Thu. I'm very proud of you that you did this. You deserve a big thumbs up. Keep it up, okay?
I am I am starting IELTS, so and I am focusing too much on writing, so
Focus on speaking.
and
Lots of speaking too, okay? Writing is good. Lots of on speaking. Balance, okay? Balance it. All right?
and
Bye
I
for now.
can I'm sorry, but I want to think in English uh, more more clearly and fastly quickly.
It will come with practice. It will come with practice. Bye for now, Thu. All right, hopefully Thu comes back. And thanks for the support, guys. That's great. Tan Lung says, Adrian's a confidence booster. Absolutely, confidence is key, and you yourselves are the greatest confidence boosters. So Thu is boosting her confidence by volunteering, and that was awesome. So thank you, Thu, for that. Okay. All right. Masala, let's see what's going on with you. We haven't heard from you in a while. Are you ready? Okay. Yeah, and that was a great example. So Thu is at about the band 3.54 level according to the IELTS, maybe 4. 4, even a 4.5. Try. You don't have to be a band 7 or a band 8 to volunteer. Okay, you can be a band 4. You can be a band 4.5. It's totally okay. All right, Masala, here we go. Website is aehelp.com. Verbi. I'll copy it in. Okay. Masala, are you there?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful at right now.
Okay, good. I have this cough still, as you know. You've been in the classes, but other than that, my spirits are high. My spirits are high.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. Masala, can you tell everybody where you are from and why you are doing the IELTS?
Sir, I am from Gujarat, the beautiful province of India, and I want to do master study in Canada, and especially in chemistry subject.
In chemistry. So kind of in the health field, a lot of chemistry involved in the health industry. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
Masala, let's do this. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Give me some nice full sentence answers. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Is it good or bad for a country to offer health services to foreign citizens?
I think it is very best way to support other countries' patients to give their best treatment because they have not available some surgeons like in my country India. There are millions of people who are suffer from chronic pains, but they don't able to give best treatment to these people, and so if other countries help them in provide best specialist for their in specific treatment in specific pain, they can get access to very much treatment, and also they recover their self in very quickly. If I say about COVID pandemic, which is hit our global around 2 years ago, there are many countries which help like Germany,
If many
Canada.
people leave the country for healthcare abroad, how does this affect the local health industry?
It is affect adversely on local health sector, like if all people go to abroad to in order to get best treatment, the local industry goes down there because they don't get enough money to improve their technology, as well as there is no become intentions to do that because all people have no trust on their local healthcare system. Like in India, there are very few surgeons for some types of plastic surgery like skin and as well as for legs. So millions of people every year go to America or Canada.
All right, that is the end of part 3. We'll stop there. Okay, Masala, first of all, your band score, 5.5. You need to be a little bit more fluent, a little bit clear, a little bit more natural to get into the band 6.5. Watch your word choice, okay? Let me give you some specific, your pronunciation is fine. Your pronunciation is like a 7. Your grammatical range and accuracy, about a 5.5. Your vocabulary is about a band 7. Your vocabulary is quite good. But you have to watch your word choice, okay? So, excuse me. I said many people travel. Nope, didn't start with that one. Is it good or bad for a country to offer health services? And you said, I think it is very best. It's awkward English, okay? We wouldn't say best in this case, and definitely not very best. We don't combine the word very with the word best, okay? So careful with that, okay? Pay really close attention to natural English. So I think it is a great way to support other countries, to give the best treatments because often they are not available in the local country. And then you said in India, people suffer from chronic pains. Chronic pains, it's a good example. And so you said that they travel away for specific treatments. And then you said they can got or get access. So you changed the got to a get. It was good self-correction, okay? So using the present tense was the better choice. You corrected yourself. That was okay. It's better than not correcting yourself. But still, for high band scores, you don't want to have too much self-correction. You want to be able to give the correct verb form right away, okay? And then you said, and also they recover themselves very quickly. They don't recover themselves. They just recover. They recover very quickly. Just repeat this after me, Masala. I think it's a great way to support other countries' economy and healthcare system.
I think it is a great way to support other countries' economy and healthcare system.
It also enables patients to recover quickly.
It's also enable the patients to recover quickly.
It also enables patients to recover quickly.
It's also enable patients to recover quickly.
Okay, so what's happening in your speech, Masala, is you're adding in extra words or unnecessary words, adjectives, prepositions, which make your speech sound slightly awkward at times and unnatural. So when you're practicing at home, what I recommend that you do is record yourself, write down what you say, and then take out all of the unnecessary and unnatural words and change them. So make it more concise, simplify it, and then say it faster, smoother without those extra words, and it will improve your score and your speaking, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, sounds good. Okay, Masala, keep it up, okay? And make sure to do that. So keep focusing on how you're saying it. You've got good vocabulary, just change the way that you're saying it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for volunteering. Bye for now, Masala.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, that was great. So Masala, very respectful, very nice, great student, working very hard to improve. Yeah, students, always review and revise your work, okay? All right. Let's take somebody else from our list of volunteers. Ishmael. I think Ishmael is maybe somebody new. Let's give somebody new a chance here. Ishmael, are you ready? Hang in there, students. We've got a bit of time. Good support from Masala. Ishmael is ready. All right, Ishmael. Here we go.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can, Ishmael. How are you?
Thanks, I'm fine, and you?
Other than this cough, which is, I think, just annoying because of my voice and frustrating, I'm doing quite well. Thank you. Ishmael, where are you calling from?
I'm from Azerbaijan, city Baku, which is the capital of Azerbaijan.
Baku, Azerbaijan. I love the name of your country. It's just so fun to pronounce, Azerbaijan. Um, all right, and why are you taking the IELTS exam?
I'm taking an IELTS exam because of my master degree.
What is it?
My major is economy, and I want to continue my major to abroad. I mean, in abroad.
Do you know where?
Actually, I think Poland may be the best choice for me.
Poland. Okay. We just released a video with a Polish candidate on the channel.
Ah, perfect.
Check it out. He scores a 5.5. I'll throw the link into the
I hope
chat.
you will get upper than 1.5.
Yeah, a higher score. Definitely. I mean, for a university, especially for masters, your goal should be a 7, 7.5. Yeah, ideally a 7, 7.5. The minimum is usually a 6.5 requirement, but if you have a supervisor for your major, they like to have students that have at least a band 7 or a 7.5. So keep that in mind. Okay, well, let me help you with that a bit. Here we go. Let's talk about health tourism. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Why do people go to other countries for health tourism?
Because some countries has has not good healthcare system, and some countries fortunately has developed healthcare system, and people who need to go to developed countries because of the healthcare system, they are able to go, and the main reason is developed healthcare system.
Let's talk about health establishments. What different places can people go to feel better physically and mentally?
Well, there are numerous places to go about health. Maybe Turkish baths or some places for massage. Because in some countries where places in southeast, there are good massage places, and people are able to go there to relax.
Which of these places is the cheapest?
Well, some healthcare systems, places which provides to people health care, maybe some spa or Turkish baths again, because I did go once to Turkish baths, and it was cheaper than other places. I can tell that the best places are the cheapest ones.
What health centers should be government funded?
Could you please repeat?
What health centers should be government funded?
Well, maybe some places, for instance, maybe there are some places who help. Where helps to people about maybe some patients who are blind or cannot hear. These patients are the most significant patients with these problems. That's why the government should support them.
Okay, that is the end of part 3. You will have your mark in 2 days online after you finish all the sections, and your official certificate in the mail in about 10 days. Goodbye. Don't go anywhere, Ishmael, okay? I'm going to give you some feedback here, all right? Okay, not bad.
Okay.
So first of all, your band score. You're probably curious about that. Your band score would be 5.5 to 6, okay? Closer to a 5.5. Okay, closer to a 5.5. Not quite fluent. A band 6 means you're fluent. And to reach a band 6, it's okay to have occasional repetition, but it can't be frequent repetition. And so the 3 questions that you answered, you have too much repetition. You're repeating the same idea again and again and again. And I feel you're doing that because you're having difficulty thinking about ideas, thinking about English at the same time, and then coming up with new ideas and giving me new information. So what you want to do is really practice this answer, explanation, example strategy, okay? Let me jump back to the very, very first question that I asked you, which is, what are the reasons people to travel to other countries to improve their health? You said because some countries has not good healthcare system. Now, here's an interesting point. Your English got better and better the more you spoke. So definitely make sure that when you go to your IELTS exam, go an hour early, practice with other people so that you're well and warmed up and using your best English by the time you go to the interview room, okay?
Okay.
Try not to start with because, okay? Start with the answer instead of the because, right? So instead of the reason, start with the answer. So many people travel to other countries to improve their health. Use the question. So people go abroad to gain better health because, okay? So don't start with the because. Lead into the because some countries has not good. Can you fix that for me? The has not good. We don't say has not good. That's not good English or good grammar. Fix that for me. I think you can. Because some countries, how should you say that?
Don't have
Very good. Yeah.
developed
Yeah.
systems.
So don't have good healthcare systems. Okay, so notice how you were able to correct yourself, right? So when you had a second look, a second chance, you realized, yeah, that's weird English. I know that's not right. So you changed it to the correct English. You said, don't have good healthcare systems. And a lot of people at your level, a lot of English speakers at your level, they can correct themselves. You can correct yourself. So make sure that when you're practicing your English at home, always record yourself, correct yourself, say it again with the correct English. That's the way that you train your brain to use good English. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now we've made this sentence a bit better. So people go abroad to gain better health because some countries don't have good healthcare systems. And then you said some countries, fortunately, have developed healthcare systems. And then you just kind of got into this circular answer. And people who need to go to developed countries because of the developed healthcare system, I mean, the main reason is some countries have developed, and you just started to like develop, right? How do you get out of that? So how can you stop yourself from all of this repetition? What can you do?
Maybe the main reason is that I'm suffering to find an idea.
Okay.
That's why.
So how
I
can you
am
find an idea?
struggling, yes.
What can you do? So what can you do instead of getting into this repetition? Because what happens if you start repeating yourself like this in the IELTS exam, the examiner will interrupt you, your band score starts to go down. So what can we do here? What can we do to avoid that repetition? What should come here? Devraj in the chat says adding because. Anahita, enhance general knowledge. Chen says provide an explanation. There's another way here, Ishmael. What can you do? What's the structure?
Actually, one of them is, in fact, it is the practice. But also maybe Mm,
What is that structure that I'm always telling people to follow? You have to give an answer, right? Answer. What comes after the answer? Answer. What comes after the answer?
explanation.
Explanation. What comes after the explanation?
Um,
After the explanation
I'm
comes
thinking.
an example. Smooth examples. Okay?
Yeah.
So as soon as you feel yourself getting into this circular, repetitive logic or system, just give a very smooth example. Like many people travel from Azerbaijan to Germany for advanced cardiovascular surgery. Okay? And then you've given an example to what you just said. You've made it clear. You didn't repeat yourself. And then you're good to go. Does that make sense? Ishmael? Still there? Ishmael, are you still there? Are you still with me? I thought I heard a click of the keyboard. So again, and this is not just for Ishmael, it's for everybody, okay? So when you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you're about to just repeat yourself, visualize a situation. So visualize a simple example and put it in, okay? So people go abroad to gain better health because some countries don't have good healthcare systems, and some countries, fortunately, have developed healthcare systems. Like many people travel from Azerbaijan to Germany for advanced cardiovascular surgery. Now you're getting a band 8, band 9, okay? As long as you've got good fluency. Ishmael, are you with me? I can hear little cracks and pops, but I can't hear your voice. I think we might have lost.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, Ishmael. All right, did you
Yes, I'm
catch?
not able to hear you.
Okay, did you catch what I said? Maybe not. I can hear Ishmael, but Ishmael cannot hear me. Not a problem, Ishmael. We got the main point here, okay? So the most important point here is use an example instead of getting into repetition, okay? Bye for now, Ishmael. Volunteer again. Check out the system, okay? Make sure your system is working well. All right, let's try another person here. Alexander. I want to cheer Alexander up. I know that he's always waiting so patiently. Are you ready, Alexander? Lola, we haven't seen you volunteer in a while. Volunteer, Lola. It's good to hear your voice. Chen. Eldho. Alexander, there you are.
Hello.
Hi, Alexander. How are you?
Again, after your call, I'm always much better.
Good. So, no need. Awesome. So, don't have to go too far for good health, right? You can just sometimes go to the computer and get some motivation. All right. Alexander, so I'm going to ask you a few questions. We've talked before, and I'm becoming familiar with your English. I know from our past interactions that you have a great vocabulary base. You're able to maintain fluent English conversation. And I also know that one of your weaknesses is to overspeak and often repeat the same information using synonyms. So what I want you to focus on when I'm asking you these questions is to keep your answers more concise. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's what we're going to target here is concise, clear communication, focusing on answer, explain, example, wait for the next question. Okay? You ready?
Yes. Ready.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about health establishments. What are different places people can go to feel better physically and mentally?
Well, for such problem like to improve your, for example, improve your physical or mental health, I guess people should choose some nice places with good nature and quite to make them healing or to make them improve their physical and mental conditions. So, for example, Switzerland is very famous for such a place for where you can heal, or you can improve your status or your conditions, your health. Another example could be, I heard it could be India, some places. Even
Which of
Tibet.
these places is the cheapest?
Of course, as more developed country, is more expensive a place. So, with nothing personal, but I think India should be cheaper, and Nepal should be quite attractive price-wise. Probably Mongolia, in my view. Some places in Latin America could be attractive, could be quite cheap in price.
What health centers should be government funded?
Well, it's a more fundamental question. Of course, any government should definitely fund the basic health centers for such a serious illnesses like cancer or some which are required to be solved as soon as possible and be expensive in treatment. So I think it's a must to do for any country worldwide.
How have health centers changed in the past 20 years?
Fortunately for us, for all population of the world, we have a lot of technical developed technologies which were implemented in our health centers, starting from computer tomographics or special equipment for checkup, first of all. I think in this sense, our world made a very big step to develop, achieved quite high results in checking up some health problems.
Okay, that is the end of part 3. And that concludes the speaking section of the IELTS exam. You will have your mark in 2 days' time as soon as you finish the other sections, and your official certificate in the mail in about 10 days. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Alexander, good. Good. I could tell that your brain was moving and turning to avoid that repetition and really just come up with different ideas. You still had the repetition slipping in a little bit here and there and a little bit of the added information, but it's getting better. It's getting better. And the place where I saw that first was when you switched to the example, and that was good. Let me jump back and show you exactly what I mean. To be very critical here. Now, your band score would be about a band 6.5 for those answers. Okay, so I asked you, what different places can people go to feel better physically and mentally? And you said, well, for such problems, to improve physical or mental health, I guess people should choose some nice places with nice nature. So nice places and nice nature, kind of the same, right? So we can take one of those out, right? Should choose some nice places to make them heal physically and mentally. That's again a bit of repetition because you already said physical or mental, to improve physical or mental, and then you repeated it here. To help them heal quickly and effectively. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you were like, okay, I'm going to repeat myself. I got to say something different. And you did that. And that was good. You said, for example, instead of saying, for example, IELTS examiners kind of freak out. They're like, oh, here comes a really long example. So instead of that, you can say a place that comes to mind
Okay.
is Switzerland. It is a famous place where people can seek medical treatment
Yeah.
from world-renowned doctors in the beautiful Swiss Alps. Because that's what you said, right? Nice surroundings,
Exactly.
right?
Hmm.
Okay. Good. So that was good. Let's try this again. So I'm going to say this and then just repeat after me, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Well, for such problems to improve physical or mental health, I guess people should choose some nice places to help them heal quickly and effectively. A place that comes to mind is Switzerland, which is famous where people can seek medical treatments from world-renowned doctors in the beautiful Swiss Alps.
Well, for such problems to improve physical and mental health, I guess people should choose some nice places to help them heal quickly and effectively. A place that comes to my mind is Switzerland. It's a famous place where people can seek medical treatment from world-famous doctors in the beautiful Swiss Alps.
Good. World-renowned.
Renowned. What does it mean, renowned? Renowned.
What you said, famous, known all over the world. It's renowned
Okay.
means very well known. Renowned.
Okay.
Renowned means famous. Yep. So world renowned.
Renowned. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now, then later, I asked you which of these places is the cheapest, and then you said, of course, the more developed the country, the more expensive. You could have used your previous answer. You could have said like Switzerland. That will cost thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. But I think India is cheaper. Try not to use, and this is a tip for everybody, don't use too many modals like should, could, may. Instead, use affirmative language. Like, I think India is cheaper. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no question that India is going to be cheaper than Switzerland, right? That nobody's going to argue that with you. So let's just try this one. Of course, the more developed the country, the more expensive. Like Switzerland will cost thousands of dollars, but India will be much cheaper, maybe 10% the cost.
Of course, the more developed country is more expensive, like Switzerland, that will cost thousands of dollars. But I think India is cheaper, maybe in 10%.
Just 10% of that cost.
Just 10%. Just 10% of that cost. Yes, more logical.
Yeah. And
Not 10%.
exactly, and quantifying, right? You always want to use that quantification whenever possible, especially when comparing, for instance, money, right? Like cheaper, more expensive. Okay, Alexander, you're doing good. Keep focusing on that affirmative, concise language. I don't want to, and don't get me wrong here, Alexander, I don't want to change your style or your expression of yourself. And it's great, you know, that you like to be detailed and you like to use synonyms, and it's good for casual everyday speech. What my goal is to encourage you to be able to choose when to use concise language, like during an exam or a business meeting, or when to use a more casual, kind of relaxed, redundant type of communication, like out with friends at a restaurant, right? So control the language, control the communication. Okay, Alexander?
Thank you. What is affirmative?
Good question. So affirmative language is the opposite of uncertainty. So if you're uncertain, if you're unsure, then you use language like, it could be a better way. It might be a better choice, right? When you're using affirmative language, then you're using language that you're certain of. So speak
confident. Okay.
Not just necessarily confidence, because you can be uncertain and confident. Like you can say, it might be a better choice, right? So voice can do that as well, but with more certainty, not necessarily confidence, but certainty. So it is the better choice, right? It's a kind of confidence. Yeah, Alex, it's a kind of confidence.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Very
You're very welcome. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. Bye for now, Alexander.
Have a nice Sunday. Okay, Saturday. So,
Yeah, it's still Saturday here, morning, 9
yeah,
a.m. Bye for now, Alexander.
bye. Bye.
All right, that was Alexander. Almost midnight in Vietnam. Yeah, Phuong, you're hanging in there. Okay, everybody. So this website, again, it's aehelp.com that we're using. Use this to practice with others. There it is in the chat again. Use our premium IELTS course to learn the right strategies for communication and for English. Click the big red button on the home page. Use the discount code LIVE9 for an additional 10% discount. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. We're British Council partners, IDP affiliates. So lots of great tools for you there. That's it for today. Tomorrow, everybody, we've got a Discord class. So meet lots of IELTS students in Discord with lots of different topics and questions that can be answered there. Very good. A great group of people, completely free. There we go. Doma, I'll look for you next time. I didn't see you in the chat there, okay? Students, that's it for me for today. I'm going to work on my health to get my voice back in shape for tomorrow's class and definitely for next week. So I appreciate you bearing with me while I kind of hack my way through these classes. Have an awesome rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, however much time is left. Have a great start to your Sunday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in the Discord class again. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. Bye for now, everybody. Much love to all of you.